Thank you, Foodie Beauty Reaction Channel. Love you so much. One of the best reaction channels out there. Don't you forget it. Put some respect on his name.
Somebody probably called and was like, yeah, this is FFG. I'd like to report that this fat girl in hijab, okay, she's gonna smuggle in like drugs and she's part of this. I don't know what she would say. I really can't, but I know someone called. Why did you go to Kuwait? I'm like, why is it your business why I go to Kuwait? To join this is apparently what they're waiting for me to say. I'm sure of it. Like, why do you care? I'm like, to see my fiance. Guaranteed everyone thinks I'm a now. Ooh, whenever you see this girl, okay, coming in with a hijab, her name is Chantal Sarrault. She's a terrorist, okay? She's newly recruited to okay?
This liar known as Foodie Beauty is not Muslim, has never been Muslim, and never will be Muslim, because it is an atheist. Now, I'm not saying a person has to have a faith to be a good person. There's good people who have a religion, and good people that don't have a religion. Chantal is no good, and she's not Muslim and never will be. She is only pretending to be Muslim because by wearing the hijab of a Muslim woman, she gets to hide some of her extra gluttonous blubber. And that's it. It also fits in with her latest fake storyline that she is in love with and has married this character Salah. They're not married. They're not in love. It's just another grift to make a boring, lazy, dirty stoner with a bunch of lies seem to be interesting. So she wears the hijab of a Muslim woman and carries on with being a foul-mouthed pig. And it makes her look a little bit strange, which creates interest, clicks, and money. And that's the only reason why she's doing it. This is a stream she published on January 29, 2023, when she returned to her townhouse. And I reacted to it within a couple of hours, because I was in the middle of a stream of my own, laying the blame for the death of the late Laneta Brown towards Chantal and reaction channels such as French Fried Girl and Yaba, all for putting out a toxic web of lies that they all know is fake, and they treated it as if it was real, with Chantal being the victim of assaults and rape from this clown Nader El-Shami, who she is working with. And I was in the middle of that, and I reacted to this live with freestyle. However, after I went through it, I realized there were 4 instances with which Chantal was making stupid jokes about a terrorist group while dressed up as a Muslim woman. And I said to myself, I gotta get back to that and go through the whole dang hour and 20 minutes, which she did, and pick out those 4 things because I'm the only one that's gonna do it. So yeah, this is from January 29th. I'm gonna publish this on February 3rd. 5 days later. It's a little bit late. It ain't way too late. Who else is gonna touch this? Just me. So there she is, dressed up like a Muslim, mocking Islam regularly on her channel just for clicks and money, up to and including making stupid jokes about a terrorist group. And I didn't want to mention the name of it within the first couple of minutes because everybody's making money off this thing, going along with the official story and just creating gossip about it. I'm out here by myself speaking the truth. I get nothing for it. So I didn't want to mention the name of that group in the first few minutes. Chantal's going to name that group later on. It's a very short word. You could probably guess it pretty good. She has already mentioned that terrorist group in her community tab. And I, grabbed the evidence of her doing it. I put it in my community tab so everybody can remember what she said. This is just a big LARP to her. LARP means live action role playing. That's all it is. The Muslims should not have to suffer this, and I do not understand why Chantal is allowed to do this to them. So, let's get started with this.
I'm so sorry. I think I'm catching COVID or something. Was Salah sad? Yeah, we were both so sad movie, yeah. Flop, it's like a fucking -20. Oh, sorry. -20. Hi, everybody. Hi. Wheelchair or nah? No, no wheelchair. Kuwait looks different. I can't fuck. Kuwait looks different. I can't fuck. Kuwait looks different. I can't fuck. I can't. Sorry, I can't believe. A+ member for 5 months. Loyalty visitors. James out on the rough streets of Orleans. Ready, shot, repeat. Ready, shot, repeat. Ready, shot, repeat. Ready, shot, repeat. And something bad happened.
There are so many ways to tell that this is all fake. Her ongoing fake fight with Natter and Dee Dee, which she's just going to carry on with. Her fake marriage, the idea that she's in love with anyone. No straight man could touch that. It's just too much. Her personality is revolting. She's not feminine. None of it is real. And so, now that she's back in Canada, she doesn't want to be bothered wearing that garish piece of crap ring. So, she just comes up with a lie and comes up with it quick. And watch her body language when she does, I forgot my ring. She just doesn't want to be bothered wearing it. It's a prop. I mean, like, this is just like one way to tell all of this is a LARP. Do it.
I left my freaking wedding ring there. I forgot it there. So when I realized that, I just got this like, okay, here's the thing. The Hamad International Airport, just if I don't answer you right now, the Hamad International Airport in Qatar is freaking huge, okay? And I'm not in the best of shape right now whatsoever. And, you going live?
Yep. Right there. She is living with Pete's again, which we all expected. It's just that she published this on January 29th. And I'm publishing my reaction on February 3rd, 5 days afterward. A little late, not too late. Besides, what I do here with this reaction channel is tell the truth, so it doesn't make money like the others do by getting on board with the official fake story, and they pay attention to things like, she's so desperate, she had to go to the other side of the world to find a man. No, she works with the dirtbag for her fake fight. Nader El-Shami is from that part of the world. He's got a friend there. She had to go all the way over there not to find a man. She had to go over there to find another dirtbag to work with. And when she started coming up with this fake story, she realized that if she puts on the hijab and pretends to be Muslim, it's a bonus that it covers her blubber. That's it. There's nothing deeper than that. So, you know, if you're part of this community here, it takes me a little bit longer to react, and then when I do a better job than the others. Okay, so let's do it. At first, she said, I'm just on a spiritual journey. I'm practicing Islam in my own way. No, you can't do that, right? You're either in or you're not. And she has since taken her vows to become officially a devout Muslim. And now that she's done so, she cannot be living with another man outside of her fake husband, Salah, if the story is to be believed. So now she there are so many ways to tell this is all fake, and here's another one of them. You know, Yaba ain't gonna talk about this. Frenchie ain't gonna talk about this. She has taken her vows to be a devout Muslim, and she's cohabitating with a man who got her pregnant years ago, with which she had an abortion, and he's now identifying as LGBT. And Pizza's story changes all over the place. It's just a mishmash to get more clicks and views. There's no way she can be a devout Muslim and live with such a guy, which I got nothing against anybody for anything. Do whatever you like. I mean, you know, I'm not prejudiced that way at all. The thing is, if she's a devout Muslim and taken her vows in public and published it, that's it. I mean, none of this is real. It's just a LARP.
And, effing, going and going and going, but you never effing get anywhere. That's what the airport felt like. I'm so tired that I'm like giddy. By the way, what's Neg's problem?
This was the Wildebeest's first live stream after getting back to Canada, and it goes right back into the gossip for the fake drama and the fake fighting and all the rest of that stuff. I don't know anything about negs. I can't say anything. I don't know what's going on there. The thing is, if she was a devout Muslim, she would not be sitting in front of the camera then doing this, like all the typical internet drama. I mean, like, it's all so fake. It's just that her audience is so stupid and she has no taste and no class that she thinks she could just carry on like this because she's wearing the hijab as a costume, and that people who do have sophistication and some taste know that there's no way that she's really a Muslim, even though she says she's taken the vows.
And what the heck? I mean, I didn't want to bring him up, but, like, what the heck is his problem? He just turns on you like nothing. Like, no loyalty. Not that it's a loyalty. Like, you can be unbiased and, like, stay neutral, but, like, what? Like,
there are no changes with this thing whatsoever. She was on a couch eating junk food in Canada. She goes to Kuwait for a little while, sits on the couch, eats junk food. She comes back, sits on the couch, eats junk food, and talks baloney, gossip about folks. What Chantal is doing is making a mockery of Islam while doing it for easy money, because for her to wear the hijab and say she's Muslim and taking her vows makes her look interesting for reasons she does not deserve. Because Muslim women don't act like this. Heck, people who don't even believe in anything don't act like this. This is the same dirtbag who is exploiting Islam, and it's not a smart thing to do.
how do you go from condemning a community for what they, like, make up crap about me, and now you're saying the dumbest rumor that you have no proof of anything? And before you crap on me, I will just say this. I'm not gonna crap on you. Baby! I am so glad you're here. Hey, I'm in Canada. I can do that now. Gemini Gem! Yeah, thank you. Ready, set, rebees. Because I totally, like, before you crap on me for being responsible for Frenchie being on the internet, no, I have reported her several times. So, how do you know that I haven't, you know?
This creature is an object lesson for several things, not the least of which is that things are not fair sometimes. That's what I said when she got her channel back, after she lured a minor into a dirty talking live stream on YouTube without the minor's knowledge or consent. He thought he was having a private talk with an older woman and exposed himself. Chantel produced cheese pizza, you know what I mean, on YouTube, and she's welcome back. And she's just been garbage ever since she came back, and what she just said there, it's like, oh, I've reported Frenchie many times, or how do you know that I haven't? Gaslighting, 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 gaslighting.
Blame YouTube for her being on YouTube.
That is an interesting choice of words. Ever since you got your channel back, you've been just as bad as you've been before, and ongoing, you're making a mockery of Islam. And what you just said there, you are otherwise unemployable. We've had more than enough of your personality on live streams, and you said yourself, if you didn't have YouTube, you just offer blowies on a street corner for Burger King Whoppers. That would be the only time you might start to lose some weight, because I don't see anybody taking you up on that offer, even though that's what you have to bring to the table if you didn't have YouTube. And what you just said there about your fake fight, which is not of my concern or anybody at this community's concern. It's all fake. You and Frenchie back and forth. You struck my channel. You strike Ann Winifred Park's channel. You struck other channels. Heck, you could strike the living daylights out of Frenchie's channel. Cost her time and money. Drive people away from the fake story. You don't do that, do you? No, of course not. You're not going to strike Yabba's channel either, huh? Interesting choice of words. I'm not giving you any credit for it. It's just random coming out of this thing here for the fake fight. If people do what you just said, in regarding the word that starts with the letter B, and regarding your, well, you don't really work for it. The company that's giving you money for hanging around telling lies and making a mockery of Islam for easy money, if somebody else were to do that, and it's funny, it's like I'm afraid to say those words, and you just say them all the time. And you actually said in the past that if you were kicked off YouTube, you would sue them for discrimination against fat people, but you can't do it because YouTube is not the government. They have all kinds of fat people on, and you don't have the right to do that to a private company, yet you said it the same. And if somebody else does what you said involving that word that starts with the letter B, if they do something, then maybe we'll finally have you off this platform forever.
Because they don't do anything about it. People have reported her too. You know what I mean? I don't only go after small channels. Yeah, inshallah someday with Salah. Oh my god. 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 I'm so tired that I'm delirious. I'm like weird. Time to support the change and continue the positivity. Thank you, new me. Ready, set, rebees. Lulu, ready, set, rebees. Police station bees.
One of her idiot beezers just said it's time to support the change and to continue the positivity. To which Chantel, after getting that person's commitment to more money, ready, set, repeat. It is time to support people in your own community who deserve it. If you have $5 a month to throw away, then go down to your local soup kitchen and help them out. There's no changes taking place here. There's no positivity. And you shouldn't worry about, oh, I want to support this. I better give Chantel my money so she continues to be good. And somebody says, police station bees. And there's Chantel. Oh, can't talk about it. Let me tell you right here. There ain't going to be no criminal charge upon French Fried Girl coming from Chantel. And there ain't going to be no criminal charge upon Nader El-Shami from Chantel for Revenge P, okay? It's not happening. Just like when she promised all that criminal stuff before, I know I've told you that so many times. I want to remind you, they all said that they had, quote, lawyered up, close quote. And there was going to be civil claims brought against everybody for everything for defamation. You want to know what happened to it? Nothing. However, Chantel gets to keep all the money that she got by making people think that there were some exciting things coming. She just promises and moves on. There ain't going to be no criminal trial on Frenchie, and there ain't going to be no criminal trial on Nader.
Sanella, welcome to the important piece.
The idiots keep coming. It is not just that Chantel gets money from the clicks. She also gets extra money from the fools that sign up and give her extra money for the privilege of being able to make comments in a ridiculous chat. The reason why they do this is because Chantel has broken terms of service so many times and had herself talked about so often for so long that people view her differently as something that she is not. They feel that she's some sort of a celebrity. They pay attention when she shows up, when the truth is Chantel is just a lazy, stupid, nobody, loser, stoner, staring at the floor, inventing dirty stories. And that is it. In addition to her wearing a costume. And that's totally it.
Thank you so much. 11 months. Oh my god. My gosh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Bread. Very important issues. Ready to be. Oh god. The most disgusting shit. Oh yeah, babe, babe, Missy, I did open the window. Sorry, but I don't like kiss people's ass just because they give me money. I can make my own.
That is a bizarre comment for the creature to make. It is not capable of making money. It couldn't work in a donut store. It is here telling lies, creating false interest with what it does for money. It exploits vulnerable people. That's what it do. She tells everybody else to get lost and get a life when Chantel is here just telling lies all the time, including pretending to be Muslim. And vulnerable people take an interest in it, follow, and join her little Beezer club. And that's how she sits there and gets money. She doesn't make it through any kind of work.
I don't need your petty ass kissing, no thanks.
Of course you do. Because you have no beauty or magic to share, and you don't want to work, and you're toxic to any workplace. So you desperately need all the pity that you can get. Yet, very unfortunately, without pointing the finger at YouTube in its entirety, the one person there that keeps giving you a pass no matter how horrible you are, if not for them, yeah, you would be begging for pity, and you'd be taking every nickel that you could get.
Negs is now bringing up Cuba Rage all of a sudden.
Same shit, different day. Chantel is not in love. She doesn't want to be in love. She's not married. She's not Muslim. There are no changes happening. She's an atheist. She stays that way and is only here to stuff herself, talk gossip, tell lies, and be an asshole. That is all her channel has.
I can't stand these people.
The creature says, I can't stand these people. Yet, talking about these people is all the creature ever does. Listen to it grunt as it returns to its harvesting of its idiots for free money with no work and no beauty shared whatsoever. She talks garbage and lies all the time. None of it is real. Then you get another dirtbag, French fried girl, pretending it's real. You get another dirtbag, yabber, pretending it's real. You get so many people lying all the time, you get vulnerable people involved. And Laneta Brown died because of it. And Chantel doesn't miss a beat. Right back into it after donating $50. Oh, I can't stand these people. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. Well, I can't stand Chantel. And I'm not here to complain about it all the time. I wish that YouTube would do the right thing and get this thing off the platform. Because someone has already died because of this toxic web, which should be put to an end yesterday. This thing is now making a mockery of Islam, which is also dangerous to do. Chantel should be off the platform.
Tinky Winky! Welcome to Rita's Ready Set Peace. What happened? Ready Set Repeat. Oh my god. Alright, Sam and Yabba, go hate Scissor and get out of here.
Chantel is making stupid, dirty sex jokes while wearing a hijab and pretending to be a devout Muslim. Why does YouTube tolerate this? I do not know. Besides, if you don't like Yabba Chantel, we know you're working with her, right? I remember the grocery store. Yabba puts a knife in my back overnight. Why don't you go strike the daylights out of Yabba's channel? You struck my channel, strike Ann's channel. Why don't you strike Yabba's channel? It'll really show that you're angry.
It's pretty fucked up. 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 Kia and Erie did not donate a cent to Little Mama. Yeah, you're gonna bag on me for donating $50?
When this creature, Chantel, performed some damage control and donated a lousy $50 to the GoFundMe to have the late Laneta Brown buried, she said, "My heart is broken. I will pray for you and your children. This thing is filled with foul language, demonstrates revolting gluttony, and tells dirty stories. Do any of you here believe that this thing has a heart and it's broken? She's filled with laughter, high on drugs, stuffing herself. And there's not a moment of respect for a vulnerable woman who got caught up in this toxic web of lies and lost her life for it. Do you think that this thing, with its dirty stories, its foul language, its gluttony and its indifference, is praying for anyone when it doesn't even believe in the religion that it pretends to follow? Laneta Brown lost her life over this toxic web. Chantel is now making a mockery of Islam on a regular basis. What do you think could happen next?
Yo, I have a bankruptcy hearing tomorrow, okay?
This monster just turned it all around and made it all about herself. Chantel is suffering, people. She has a bankruptcy hearing. That is really serious. Never mind that a woman got caught up in Chantel's deliberate web of lies and lost her life for it. And after Chantel has now turned it all around and made it about herself, because we're supposed to feel sorry about her in her bankruptcy, she tells everybody else that they're making it about her, not her. This thing is just a sociopath enjoying telling lies on YouTube for lots of easy money, and there isn't anything else going on.
Oh, bright one in the shed. I have a bankruptcy hearing tomorrow, and you think I'm giving what I can give from my heart as well. And any message I said about little mama, Laneta, was in sincere goodness. And you all are disgusting and had to turn around and make it about me. You're so weird. Like, you need help. So you know what? What did you donate other than your big mouth and insults and probably help push her to the edge? There you go. Lulu. I'm home.
Just so you guys know, even though the late Laneta Brown was white knighting for Chantel, I didn't even know who she was, and I never said one word of criticism towards her. And even if I did know who she was, I wouldn't have said anything, because there's not enough time to cover everybody. And the only reactors who are fake that I pay attention to on the regular is French Fry Girl, who I was in her live stream. She gives Chantel a pass for making fun of 9/11, says it's not offensive, says we have to give Chantel an income, and we have to give her a hustle, or else she's going to end up on welfare, and Frenchie'll have to pay for it. Never mind, French Fry Girl doesn't know that welfare is handled by the provinces, that I'll have to pay for it, not Frenchie in Quebec. And Yabba, who I know was friendly with me, and then when I did the grocery store, she turned on me on a dime, put a knife in my back, big time. So those are the two clowns that I know are working with this piece of crap. And so I don't actually pay attention to the others. So I never said one word of criticism towards the late Laneta Brown, so you know that.
Hello, I missed you guys. Ready, set, rubies. Thank you for rubiesing, guys. And I get mad. Like, I'm trying to sleep, and this woman holding a baby comes and sits, like, halfway in the empty chair. Like, just because the chair's empty doesn't mean that it's a lavatory waiting room, okay? But Sam is scared of me. I don't know why. Air toy! I'm like, oh god, sorry, oh gosh. So, and I'm in already a bitchy mood.
When have any of you encountered a Muslim woman wearing a hijab and talking trash and swearing and making dirty jokes and saying that she's in a bitchy mood? Exactly. Never. So this is just ongoing making Muslims look silly because it looks strange. It takes people aback. It's like, well, I thought you're part of this faith now. You chose it. So you got to be modest, and Chantel's not modest in the least. It's just she's using it as a costume, and because she uses it as a costume and carries on being the same dirty pig that she always has been, that's what's being disrespectful to Islam.
So the minute I get there, I'm like, it's because I'm wearing a hijab and an abaya, right? You think that there's something under my abaya? Like I'm trying to smuggle in drugs? I was so bitchy.
Take this creature for what it is. A liar. These stories that she's telling you right now never happened. They're all made up. She's acting too much to sell them. They're not worthwhile retelling. And she fills her content with this to make herself seem to be interesting and exciting to an audience of vulnerable and naive people. She's gonna mention ISIS 4 times upcoming. Okay, like I told you earlier. I just didn't want to play it in the first minute and get this video shut down because it's easy for Chantel to just sit on a couch and tell lies and make a pig of herself, and it's like 15,000 views per. At least it is now, after she came back to Canada. Probably not for very long. Yet she still has an income. I'd be lying and say, like, oh, nobody's watching it. She's still got lots of vulnerable, naive people watching this garbage. So, these stories are all fake, okay? They're just over the top. Like I said, nobody has, like, crisis like she pretends to do. It's all garbage.
And then I thought, I bet you somebody called and was like, ooh, whenever you see this girl.
Wait 1 minute. You're the one that age shames everybody, right? And you're referring to yourself and your little bit here as a girl? Dang, you're going to be 39 in about a month. And you weigh about 450 pounds. And you make King Kong Bundy seem a little bit feminine. Yeah, that's a little bit off base there, Chantel. Well, please, continue.
Okay, coming in with a hijab. Her name is Chantel Sarrault. She's a terrorist, okay? She's newly recruited to ISIS, okay? I guarantee that's what happened. Guaranteed, everyone thinks I'm in ISIS now. So, I swear, babe, this happened. And then the guy just kind of laughed. He's like, actually, we see all kinds of people in here. Yeah, because you only bring in people who are different, that's why.
This creature has been lying for years and years and years and years and has found that at this place, telling lies equals lots of easy money with no work. These stories didn't happen. Chantel doesn't have the sophistication to sell this story. If anything, the people that get pulled aside are people that look like Joe Average. And there's other ways that detectives and staff can tell who might be deserving of a second look. She's trying to claim Islamophobia when she's not even a Muslim to begin with. She's just LARPing. So one of the ways in which she exploits it is to make it look like she's getting targeted because she's a devout follower of this faith while just trying to mind her own business, and people are giving her a hard time for it. None of it happened. There's no way that they're going to give a hard time to a woman who, well, at least on paper, is Muslim, well, at least on paper. No way. If anything, they leave her alone.
Right? You don't bring in people who are the same. You don't bring in anyone who gets off the train and says tabernacle because, no. You just bring in people who are different. Anyway, I felt like it was racism.
Poor Chantel. She's a victim again. This time, it's racism. She's being persecuted because she is Muslim. What the thing should have said was discrimination based upon your religion, which is not her religion anyway. She is an atheist. Always has been. There are no changes. And to offer yourself ongoing as the victim and being persecuted makes vulnerable people take an interest in you, as the late Laneta Brown did. And then she got involved in this toxic web of lies, started white knighting for Chantel, got more criticism than she expected. It was too much for her. She's in a very vulnerable state and took her own life. And Chantel says, oh, my heart is broken. Your heart doesn't have a heart. This is just business. Carry on. Keep telling lying stories. Keep painting yourself as a victim over and over again. And vulnerable people believe it. And you get free money for it. And that is a sin.
100%. Yeah. No, but he's like, that's back to my point. He's like, why did you go to Kuwait? I'm like, why is it your business why I go to Kuwait? To join ISIS is apparently what they're waiting for me to say. I'm sure of it. Like, why do you care?
Chantel is really a nobody. A drug addict that sits around the townhouse staring at the floor and making up bullshit to get easy money from it on YouTube. That includes putting herself in the spotlight for things that are much more important than she is, like making fun of those kids that got killed at the tragic school shooting in the United States. When she does that drunk and high, and does it on camera on purpose, that gets people talking. Unfortunately, the other half of the story hasn't happened yet, which is her getting off the platform. So here she is pretending that she's being persecuted and sought as a potential ISIS member. This is so ridiculous. This is just like a femcel from Cornwall, Ontario, Canada, hanging around Starbucks and stuffing itself with junk food. There isn't anything else happening.
I'm like, to see my fiance or my husband or whatever. Like, I at the time when I went there, like, you know, fiance. So that's why I said that.
The liar made a little slip in its lying story. It does not matter too much because her audience forgives it and carries on with her when she picks up the spare with another lie.
I'm like, and husband. And then he's like, oh, so did you get a wedding ring or anything? And I'm like, well, yeah, but I had to explain that I left it there. It makes it sound fake.
This here demonstrates what I mean by a toxic web of lies. First thing, she just doesn't want to have to put up with wearing that stupid ring. So she tells little lies, oh, I left it behind. Then she integrates this into this fake story. Where, you're married? Where's the ring? Oh, I left it behind. That makes it sound weird. Oh! And in the midst of this fake story, she says, well, I went over there to marry my husband. And, my husband, is there. And I'm going over here. And, so she weaves that together so that the average beezer doesn't know what's happening. That's why people say, oh, I think she's too smart to come up all of this before a script. All you gotta do is just mix the lies, and beezers don't know what is what anymore. It gets so complex, and you think, well, why would she be lying about this, and then that, and then this? You just bury your lies on top of more lies, and just keep going, and keep going, and keep going. And then eventually, bits and pieces of it fall off, and the whole thing comes crashing down. She doesn't care. She just it's just lather, rinse, and repeat, and just walk away from it. Like, the criminal charges that she brought upon Natter. And Natter said the police came and got him. There were never any court paperwork. And if a woman brings those charges, the Crown tells her, stop talking to him. And if a man has those charges on his back, his defense lawyer says, shut up. Both of them were screaming at each other back and forth on YouTube. And it was no surprise to me that Chantel said she dropped the charges because they never were brought in the first place. It just lies and lies and lies and lies and lies and lies.
So I'm like, oh God, he's going to think I'm lying. So then he's like, how did you meet? I'm like, on Tinder. And then I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, just... He's like, what does he do for a living? It's none of your business.
This conversation never took place. It is merely an opportunity for this liar to take her lying story with the marriage and insert it into this lying story about the interrogation. Lies upon lies, upon lies upon lies, weaved into lies. Take this liar for what it is.
Did I do a crime or something? No, so leave me alone. Exactly.
Very often, with the lies having fake laughter at the tail end of them, to make them feel like them lies are real.
Hey, babe. And then he was like, I told him I'm a YouTuber, he might be seeing this. You're annoying. You were annoying today. I hope you're watching.
The creature is pretending to share a real moment with his audience, pretending to unload at some guy that gave her a hard time. And throughout the conversation, she alleges, oh, I found out that she was a YouTuber. Yeah, I hope that you see this, and you pissed me off. You were a real jerk, too. It's just to make all the lies feel as if they're real.
Actually, yeah, I hope you're watching, buddy. Kicks, like, honestly, how old are you?
The creature just finished off saying that she believes that it was probably French Fry Girl who phoned authorities, which got her interrogated. Then she's going to wait for the stooge in her chat to say that Frenchie admitted to it. Then she's going to say, oh, I could use that for harassment. So when I go to phone the police, it is all theater. Frenchie didn't make any call. Chantel was not interrogated. They're all just playing at LARPing. And there's never going to be a criminal trial involving Chantel bringing a charge on Frenchie. And there ain't no charge from Chantel coming on Nat or Elshami either.
Oh, she admitted to it? Okay, I can use that as harassment. So when I go to the police department tomorrow, actually probably the next day, when I go to report Swordfish, I will also report FFG. So anybody who has clips of her admitting to harassing me in real life, I would appreciate that. Time for her dry ponytail to disappear from this platform.
Even though it is Chantel that never should have been allowed back here after making cheese pizza on this platform, she has so many lies to tell for so long, and they begin to overlap, up to and including talking trash about getting Frenchie off the platform when her and Frenchie work together.
She's a brainless, I know. What do you think is going to happen? Like, you can call in all you want and waste everyone's time like a loser that you are.
If this liar was really in love, really married, really converted to Islam, and really trying to make changes of a positive nature in its life, it would not be on camera talking silly drama trash about a character such as French Fried Girl. None of this shit is real, and the longer it goes on, the more it becomes a bigger joke.
And claim that somebody has something on them, they can only do so much because there's nothing. So you really can report me all you want. It doesn't do you, like, I really hope that they find out who did this falsely and put you in behind bars if that's what happened. But I don't know if that's what happened. I think it's honestly just because I look suspicious. I don't know. Maybe like the religious profiling thing. Paintbrush ponytail. I emailed you all that. Oh, yeah. Okay, girl step. You're right, I forgot, sorry. Thank you, because I will need it. I'm gonna do a 2-for-1 at the police station.
There ain't no 2-for-1 coming. There ain't no 1-for-1 coming. It's just a boring stoner trying to sound exciting and interesting when it is not.
Like, this is because this is like criminal behavior. Like, this is criminal behavior what they do. The law yeah, babe, it does. It punishes false reports.
Note what I said earlier about there being so many lies for so long that they start to overlap each other. Chantel just said, as she was responding to a comment from her stooge, her fake husband, oh yes, the law punishes false reports. Oh, it does? Well, you made false strikes on my channel with no intention of ever bringing a lawsuit. And then you made a video saying, if I piss you off, you're going to go into my channel and shut it down again. That's in my channel. It's you admitting to abusing the copyright reporting system. So you just admitted to making false reports and nothing happens. That's because that's all civil. And when it comes to making false reports, yes, it's called public mischief in Canada. And why is it the law didn't punish you for making those charges? Because you never made any charges in that. It was all theater. And no, somebody with a suspicion phoning an airport and saying, watch out for that one, that ain't a crime. If the law determines this person is always making bogus reports about you and following you from place to place and all the rest of that stuff, yeah, then you got an argument to make for criminal harassment. You know, you're just a stupid liar. You really need to shut the fuck up about complicated matters. Of course, you don't have to, because you're allowed to be here and your audience is made up of gullible idiots.
Don't ever let on when Sala travels here. Seriously. I will not. You're right, Missy Moo.
The creature talking to Missy Moo. Idiot to idiot. Liar to dupe.
So yeah, the security was like, do you travel often? Like, why does that even matter? What do they think I'm doing? I don't know. Somebody probably called and was like, yeah, this is FFG. I'd like to report that this fat girl in hijab, okay, she's gonna smuggle in like drugs and she's part of ISIS. I don't know what she would say. I really can't, but I know someone called. I bet you Tea and Dust called. I bet you she called. And yes, I have a YouTube channel and I'd like to report Fabricated. She's absolutely disgusting.
That you are disgusting is irrelevant. Creatures such as yourself revel in all things that are vile. So go ahead and pretend to make fun of it. Chantel is disgusting, so what? Nobody cares. So you burp and fart and pick at yourself. You tell dirty, explicit stories. You write vile, dirty, explicit things in your community tab. You broken the terms of service 6 ways from Sunday. You got nude on YouTube. You made cheese pizza with a minor that you lured in here from a megala. And all decent people wonder how you got your channel back. And now that you got it back, you're doing this. You're making a mockery of Islam on the daily. On the regular. More than just on the daily, it's on the regular. You do this more than once a day now. You wear the hijab of a Muslim woman to make fun of it, to make yourself seem interesting when really you're the most boring type of creature that anybody can ask for, to have to suffer for a few minutes before turning off the TV and walking away. You go beyond being disgusting and telling your explicit, dirty stories, to go ahead and tell people that you're a rape victim. That you're the victim of assault at the hands of a man. And a vulnerable woman, Laneta Brown, believed you. You never should have been allowed to come back after you made cheese pizza on this platform with that young man. And here you are back, and that vulnerable woman, Laneta Brown, took you at your word and went into white night to distract herself from her own misery. Believe in what you had to say. Because that's what happens when you exploit and abuse this platform to tell lies as if they were true on an ongoing basis. Sooner or later, you're going to influence somebody who was vulnerable, and they got involved, and they couldn't deal with all the crazy criticism that they got from a bunch of lunatics, and she took her own life and left the children behind and the husband too. And that's your fault, you monster. Of course, you didn't do it all alone. I'm only going to talk about the reaction channels that I know real good, so I can speak about them with authority. French Fried Girl helped you achieve this by treating your lies as if they're real. Yabba helped you achieve this by treating your lies as if they're real. The blood's on your hands, both of their hands. I've already spoken to this earlier. However, I'm speaking to this now a little bit shorter, because of what you're doing ongoing with the platform is to make a mockery of Islam for some easy money, because it makes you look interesting when you wear the hijab of a Muslim woman and act like the white trash piece of shit that you truly are. This is dangerous to people at large and to YouTube's employees. It is a tragedy that you are allowed to hang around here and do this. And that's all there is.